Hi guys, I'm so excited for this video. So excited. So we're trying out new makeup, and this particular video, this grouping of makeup products, these are ones that I've been sitting on because they're the ones that I've been dying to try. They're super big launches, like for these different brands. And so I've heard a lot of hype around them. I'm excited to try them on. I mean, now I've tried them. There is one product, a drugstore product, that is already gonna be my go-to spring and summer thing. You'll see what it is. You wanna guess what product you think it is? You'll never guess in a million years. Anyway, so this is a fun video. I hope you're excited. I'm excited to share it with you and get ready with you. Yeah. Cheers to that. Thank you also to Caseify for sponsoring a part of this video. So Caseify is the world's most popular tech accessory brand. It's the brand that I have used for my phone cases for years. This is my current phone case. How cute. We're ready for spring and summer, baby. Like I'm strapped in. It's time. It's time. I love Caseify because they are 20% more protective, and I love their bounce cases in particular. That's what this case is. They have these corners that when you inevitably drop your phone daily like I do, it will literally bounce. It is so amazing. I'll show you a drop test right now while I'm talking. I'm never worried about anything happening to my very important investment, my phone, that I use daily, as you do too. But these bounce cases are drop protected up to 21.3 feet, which is amazing. But not only that, I love that Caseify has over 2,000 different design options for their cases. They also work with a global network of artists, so they're supporting communities, and I think that is so cool too. You guys, you will be able to find something that you absolutely love on there. If you even take a minute to scroll through Caseify's site, there are like 100 cases I want from there. They're all so cute, but you can also customize them if you want with your name, your monogram, your word of the year. I'll show you a little B-roll of some of the cases I currently have. I really like this bright hot pink one for spring and summer as we enter it. I also like their clear cases. These are really good. If you're in need of a clear case, I would definitely recommend Caseify's clear ones. But I also love their Re-Caseify program. So they've recycled 51,000 cases with this program. So the cases are 65% recycled, and there's 20% less carbon emissions. So I love brands that are trying to do the right thing, and yeah, I just think that's cool. Plus they have really cute accessories like their phone straps. I use my phone strap when I grocery shop. If I've got the girls with me especially, even if I don't, honestly, I like it because I can just have it right there on my wrist. I can grab it, check things off my grocery list, let it hang, especially if I'm dealing with the girls and I'm out and about with them. It's really nice. Plus they're just cute, you know? So I definitely wanted to mention that because that's a really cute thing they offer. So if you want to check out Caseify for yourself, you can get 15% off your order by going to caseify.com/Jessica Braun. Okay, so now let's go back and try on some new makeup. Okay, so let's dive into trying on some makeup. So the first thing, I've messed with this. I actually don't know why I put it back in the box, but I haven't really gotten to get a true test of this in. I've tried it like for a couple hours one day here and there, but it is the new Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Infused Skin Enhancer. So this is a product that, my understanding, let me read what it says before I just dive right in. It's a clean vitamin infused skin enhancer that instantly activates a lit up glow. So you can create a beautiful base, you could highlight targeted areas or mix with your foundation or skincare. Gives a hint of tint, a daily dose of skin nutrients, and reflective, visibly healthier skin. So this, I bought this and I'm worried that it might be too dark and I should have gone down. This is the shade Spark. So we're just gonna see how this ends up looking. Oh, maybe not. But especially the fact that it says it gives a hint of tint, that makes me think of like how the e.l.f. one that's similar gives a little bit of coverage, but it doesn't necessarily need to be like an exact shade match because it's not like, I don't know. And I don't know, like this is pretty glowy. I don't know that I would wear this out on its own anyway, but I'm really excited to see how this looks underneath this foundation we're gonna be trying. And ooh, buddy, I'm not gonna put this on my nose because I've got to get out of the habit of doing that because my nose is already naturally oily. And so I feel like it makes no sense for me to add this because it just breaks apart the foundation. I mean, like any glowy product. There's no reason for me to put it on my nose, I guess is my point. So I just need to stop. But wow, this is definitely adding quite a glow. We're looking healthy. Same for my chin. I'm not going to put any on my chin because I feel like that's an area where I naturally have some hydration and oil. And so I don't feel like that it's necessary. If anything, it might mess with the makeup more, you know? But it went on really easily. It's not super tacky. I feel like sometimes products like this can be, but if you apply the right amount, it doesn't feel like you're wearing too much. It feels more skincare-like, and that I really like. So it's looking pretty. I don't think I'd go out in just this because it's maybe a little too glowy. I mean, it doesn't look bad though. I have to say, it does not look bad. One thing to keep in mind, and this is why I want to get a darker or a lighter shade, is that you can kind of see where it ended. So obviously I could like work to blend it, but a product like this, I don't want to have to work at. So it's just something like I said, I like this so far enough that I might consider trying to get the right shade, because I think there's one shade lighter and I think that would work just a little bit better. Did I tell you I got the shade Spark, which is their sheer light champagne? I will, if you remind me at the end of this video, I will put this on as my highlight too and just see how that looks, because of course you can use it that way. Let me go heat up my coffee. I'm realizing it is cold as usual. Hold on. I love singing Leanne Rhymes at the top of my lungs in the most twangy country voice I possibly can muster. I have had How Do I Live Without You stuck in my head, and it's because I was at my computer, and reason 107 that I married Tyler is that I was just going, how do I, and I was just talking to myself trying to figure out, and he said, how do I live? Anyway, that's why I married him, guys. Got the whole package. Well, shoot. I meant to put this moisturizer on underneath. I am going to wipe this off and we're going to do that because honestly, I need the moisture. I still have some dryness from where the, what's it called? Perioral dermatitis is clearing up. But because of that, I mean, I always need moisture, but like I really need to like make sure I'm moisturizing before makeup right now because it is so dry. So we're going to start over, baby. I mean, it'll take me 2 seconds. All right, so the moisturizer I wanted to try is the Bliss Mighty Biome Pre- and Postbiotics and Barrier Aid. So one thing with the dermatitis I was battling is that, what was I reading about it? Basically just that it can really be a result of your barrier being compromised. And so, it sounds so dramatic, doesn't it? But nonetheless, I've been looking for products that are good for your skin's natural moisture barrier. So, no fragrance, thank you. Love that. It's feeling really nice. That blended in so quickly. Feels like it should be a decent one for underneath makeup. We shall see. So it says this innovative moisturizer concentrate powered by pre and postbiotics delivers superior, long-lasting moisture. Plus it helps strengthen skin's natural protective layer and support your healthy microbiome. The unique form infuses the rich hydration of a mask in a potent yet weightless layer, while Bliss's Barrier Aid, TM, complex infuses antioxidant-rich beta-carotene, ceramide, squalane for supremely nourished petal soft skin. It says you can use it morning and night. So we're gonna start trying this. I feel like I wanna be better. I'll typically use my sunscreen just as my moisturizer, but I wanna be better about, especially when I am dealing with some dryness, making sure I'm putting on a moisturizer and then my sunscreen. So this is the Kosas Glow IV. I already introduced it. I'm acting like I haven't. I forgot. So let me just quickly apply this. It's definitely going on a little easier. Oh, I put it on my nose. Okay, Jess. This is a train wreck. You guys. I put it on my chin. I'm so used to putting on moisturizer. I do feel like it is way more quickly blending onto the skin with having a moisturizer underneath. Like that, it's way easier. My skin was just too dry, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of... So this definitely does have some shimmer in it. I want to point that out because I think some people will like that, and I'm curious to see this underneath this foundation, but some people will hate it. So I don't want to steer you wrong. If you do not want like actual shimmer, this definitely has some shimmer particles in it. At least this shade does. We're gonna see, this might be too light. This is the new KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. Now you guys know I typically don't wear like full coverage foundations unless it's like a special occasion or whatever, but I wanted to try this. This was sent to me. Most of the things I'm trying I bought, but a few of these were sent to me, so this one was one. So it's got a really nice glass packaging. This shade might be a little yellow, but we're gonna use it anyway because I'm just curious. So, oh yeah, it's definitely yellow. So it blended in really quickly. You definitely can still see that Kosas glow underneath, and doesn't it look so healthy? This is definitely full coverage, and the fact that I'm getting this much coverage with my sponge means if you're using a brush, and I'll use a brush on my forehead so you can see, you would get crazy coverage because of course the sponge will soak up some of the coverage, but that's why I like using a sponge. I feel like it just looks on my skin a little more natural, but we'll try it with a brush so I can see what it looks like. But yeah, wow. I mean, that is some really nice coverage. I have to say, the shade is really bad. Okay, so just deal. I don't think I'm leaving the house Because like if you could see this in person, maybe it's coming through on there. It is very yellow and very like pinkish. So, which I feel like happens a lot with me because my skin just naturally like fluctuates, and I feel like all of ours does. I feel like finding a true shade match, like my skin changes every day. It never looks the same twice. So for foundation, I'm going to use my Haley's Beauty brush. It's the same kind that I like to use for my cream bronzer. It's like, it's my number one brush, but we're going to kind of dot it up here, see what kind of coverage we're working with. You ever have things on your body that like you never notice, but like other people point out a weird amount? For example, I have what I think is a chickenpox scar right there. I've genuinely like lived most of my life without even like noticing it. It doesn't bother me, but people will point it out to me a lot. Like, it's so bizarre. I'm like, it's not even something like I don't view it as a flaw. It's just there. I don't think about it. I never ever think about it, but it is very weird how often people like people I don't know will point it out. I don't even mean on the internet. I mean in real life. One story I know I told, I think a year or two ago, when we were buying our couch in our family room, the lady at the furniture store just, what did she call me? Like chicken pox? And we were talking about, I have a scar too. I'm like, okay, you know. And then the rest of the like hour we were with her buying this couch, she just said, what was that, chicken pox? I'm like, okay, this is like rude. I was like good sport about it because I'm like, who cares? I mean, you know, we're buying a couch and we're getting out of here. But it was like, it was weird, right? Like, that's weird. Hey, Tyler. He can't hear me. He would remember the exact thing she called me because it was the most bizarre. Like, we got in the car, shut the doors, and we're like, what in the world? So this actually looks really pretty over that Kosas product. I wonder, it would be probably pretty matte without that glow underneath, but it looks good. It genuinely looks good. It definitely looks like makeup though. So I think out of the full coverage foundations, this one does look nice. Do you know what I mean? Like there are some that just look so cakey. I do think this looks nice. It applied really well with the brush as well. Honestly, pretty similar coverage to the rest of my face. So I don't think that it just kept its coverage even with the sponge. I'm going to try this some more because I want to try it without a glowy primer to see like, is this wildly matte? Is it not? So I can put some notes down in the info box if you want to hear, like after I've tried this a couple more days, more of my concrete thoughts, because of course this is just a fun first impressions, but it does look nice. It does look nice. I would be interested, I'm going to try it a couple more days, but I would be interested to actually get a shade that would work. This is light 012. And like I said, it's almost there, but it's just a little too yellow. Now, I think if you're typically like me and you don't love full coverage, I don't think you need to buy this. I don't think it's, you know what I mean? If you know you wouldn't use it very often, at least as of right now, my favorite more full coverage product is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, because that stuff looks even more natural. It is so, so beautiful. They're right around the same price point. That will always be in my collection. So I have this Milani under eye brightener. So I've tried a couple things from this Conceal and Perfect line. They launched some new stuff, like their contour one. I can link the video if you want to see me trying some more of these, because they have this like a little liquid contour, but this is an under eye brightener in that same line. And my guess, is that it's going to look similar to the Maybelline Age Rewind under eye brightener. I could definitely use some brightness right now. So I'm going to just try it with my finger first and kind of see. My rememberings, it's not a word, but you know what I mean, of the Maybelline one was that it was really nice. I was trying to buy it the other day actually, and it was sold out in store. But with that one, it was so bright. I always felt like I needed to like tamp down the brightness. And so with this, however, I don't think that looks too terribly bright. So without and with, I mean, I think it made a difference, but it's not like revolutionary. So this might be one of those products that's kind of nice to use when you just want a little bit. Let me just apply a little more over here and see if that's like the thing that makes the difference, because I didn't apply a crazy amount in this time. Scientist Jessie is here and we're going to use a brush. Really bad scientist though, because we have two variables. More product and a brush. But so it definitely, I mean, obviously it kind of covered more and was a little bit brighter with the brush and with a little bit more product. So I'm going to apply a little bit more. I was too nervous to go ham with it, but I think you can kind of apply more than you think, and just kind of, it blends. It's blending easily. It blended really easily with my finger, and it blended really easily with the brush. And this kind of product, I feel like can be hard because sometimes they can just kind of move around and not actually like blend in, but this feels like it's actually blending in really easily. And I feel like that does look nice. I brought down another concealer just in case I needed it. I feel like this served the purpose of concealing as well. I don't feel like I need anything else. I feel like that looks really nice. So that's exciting. The one thing I had to say about this with the contour shades they have, I definitely felt like those were very much like a concealer product, just in darker shades that they're now marketing as a contour type product or a bronzer type product. And not there's anything wrong with that, but I definitely noticed there was like coverage to it. So something to keep in mind if that's what you're looking for, you might consider those contour ones as well. This I will be using tomorrow. Like I will be excited to use this again. It looks really nice. So let me throw something in my brows, and then we will try this eyeshadow from CoverGirl. I picked it up the other day. I was there grocery shopping at that beautiful store near me called Meijer. Side note, I get so many DMs from you guys saying like, I was driving through the Midwest and I saw a Meijer, so I had to stop. And that just makes me so happy. Because Meijer is really just a superstore, but it's, you know, just across a few states, and it's just a good one. It's just a good one. Anyway, that just makes me happy. So, long story short, I was at Meijer, was perusing the makeup area and saw this and another product we're going to try. So this is a big part of the inspiration for wanting to try some new makeup in this video. I was actually going to film something different today, but we swerved because honestly, this just is what I wanted to do. It's my channel, so. So this is the CoverGirl Clean Color palette. This is in Dreamy Pink. It looks so pretty. They had a good amount of different ones. It was kind of hard to pick. I love the little clouds that are on this. This is adorable. All of these in this quad are shades I would personally use, and that is very exciting. So let's start with a swatch. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, look how nice those look. Listen, I love a thicker, I know you're seeing like a little bit of I love a thicker shimmer. I really do. And this is the kind I like where it almost has like some girth to it. I can't explain it. It's like there's a solid shadow base with the glitter so you can really apply it, and it's like a layer. And I don't know how else to explain it. I've been trying to find words for what I like in a shimmer for like years. I've never come across how I should describe it, but these are really, really pretty. So let's start with, let's start with this shimmer all over the lid, and then we'll put this one definitely kicks up some powder. So just be aware of that. Oh my gosh. This is going on like my more expensive like Natasha Denona or like Patrick Ta shadows do. A little bit of fallout, because again, there was all that powder kick up, but you know, it never bothers me too much. But if it does bother you, just be aware of it. So wow, let's just kind of blend that together. And then I'll grab this kind of rosy shade. These clouds are really cute. These are pigmented. This is no joke. But it's blending in really, really easily. It's not like chalky. It's not getting stuck in one area. It's really blending nicely. So this is making me want to look at maybe another one of them. But this is definitely the colorway that spoke to me the most, at least of the ones I could see in store. They might have even more online, but I was impressed. If I'm remembering right, I was impressed with how many different options there were, and there were a lot of neutrals, which I love neutrals, baby. So let's grab the lighter shade here and just tap it, oh my gosh, in the center-ish. Wow, every single shade in here packs a punch. That's so cool. If you're worried about our new carpet, I have a big old beach towel down. No worries. I'm also worried about our new carpet. That was really nice. That was so easy to use. I love the simple, cute packaging. This looks really, really cool. So I might end up grabbing a little bit of this at the end for under my eye. We'll see. I don't know why. I just always like doing that like at the end of the look once I've like powdered my under eye and all that stuff. So let me throw on some liner and mascara. I'm going to use the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Eye Pencil in Tiramisu. It is my #1 favorite. Then I'll throw on the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liquid Liner. I'm loving this right now. And then my beloved Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara. So getting rid of some of there was a lot of fallout from that one shadow. So like I said, maybe if you're someone that you don't mind doing your eye makeup first, might recommend it. I mean, again, it's not totally like ruining my makeup look, but it's something to be aware of. Like that was very noticeable when I got up close to do my mascara. I was like, whoa. All of my words just ran together there. What happened? So I'm going to throw on some bronzer. I've got the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I haven't used this in a minute, so we're going to use that really fast. And then we have some very special blushes. Genuinely, I have been waiting to try these, and I cannot wait to put them on my cheeks. This is a very underrated, really nice bronzer from the drugstore. I love the Big Daddy pan, and I just feel like it always looks pretty even, especially, I don't know, it's a good one. And if you ever want more info about like specific brushes I'm using, I linked and talked about a bunch of the brushes I use daily in my Get Ready With Me I did in Florida. I'll link it below because I also like link specific ones and how I use them. So if you've always been curious, I know I'll every once in a while touch on a brush, but I definitely have narrowed down like which brushes I use all the time, and I mention a good chunk of them there. If you want to check it out, I will link it below and up in the eye if you want to watch that next. So love this bronzer. It's like a couple bucks. So good. I think it looks so nice. All right, the blushes. These are the new Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wands. So we have all 4 shades. These were sent to me in PR. I was going to buy them anyway. They were sitting in my cart. So I always feel like I should say every once in a while, I'm never swayed one way or the other if it was sent to me in PR. Most of these things I was going to buy on my own. They just happen to be sent to me. I'm always honest about how I feel about products either way. I hope you know that by now, but I feel like it bears repeating from time to time. We've got Pillow Talk. That's the one, if I were to have bought one, this is definitely the one I would have bought. I love a good like kind of mauve-y shade. It's the same packaging as they've had for a long time, you know. This definitely looks like my kind of blush shade. They're not totally matte. I don't know if you can kind of see that little bit of sheen. That's something different. It's just interesting. However, I have to say, a lot of liquid matte blush type things that I've tried typically aren't really matte. And I think part of that is because it almost needs a certain level of je ne sais quoi. No, it needs a certain level of like, I don't know, creaminess to blend in easily, considering it is a cream. But I feel like it kind of dries a little more matte. We're gonna find out. This is that one, which that made no sense, but this is the shade Pillow Talk Pink Pop. So the other one was the original Pillow Talk. This one's Pillow Talk Pink Pop, which is interesting because it goes on like that looks peach, but it definitely blends to be kind of pinky. I would almost say like a light coral. So then we have got Pillow Talk Peach Pop, which is what this other one really kind of looked like. Oh wow, but this one's like, so there's Pink Pop, that's Peach Pop. Definitely more of a brighter color. Really pretty, probably a little too bright for my skin tone. I think I could make it work. I think that would look pretty on a lot of people's skin tones. And then this one is Pillow Talk Dream Pop. So that one, it's got kind of more of a reddish tone. I hope these don't stain because otherwise my arm. So definitely blends out to be a little more kind of pinky red. So the first two for my skin tone definitely would be more ideal. Honestly, maybe I'll do one on one on the other. Why not, right? Hopefully it's not too obvious, but I really want to try more than one shade. I guess we'll see. Okay, those came off. That's good. These are expensive though. You know, that always bears saying as well, like Charlotte Tilbury products are so expensive. I found a lot of dupes for a lot of the products, which I've shared over the years in my dupes videos, but sometimes they do make products that I just can't do. You know what I mean? That just really are good. I do like their blush, they're like highlighty blushes, if you will, blush lighters. I don't know what they call them, but I have duped those like Ulta, their Stay Cheeky. Those ones are really, really good. And now a lot of people are coming out with similar. So I don't yet know of a specific dupe for these. I will be on the lookout, but let's try Pillow Talk on this side. I'm a little nervous, I have to be honest. It just looks like such a pretty like fall blush because it's got that slight mauviness to it. Oh my gosh. That blended in really easily. That looks really pretty. I really like it. I can't believe I waited this long. I've had these for weeks, you guys. The fact that I waited this long to try them is crazy. We're gonna try Pink Pop on the other side. Might have to like try to mix these together later to make it look a little more even. I'm definitely not putting a ton on just because I feel like a little bit can go a long way, but also I could probably just build it up. This one I feel like I could add a little bit more. So putting that second layer on, I feel like it definitely made everything look a little more even than this side looks. And I can't decide if that's, I mean, I literally have a window over here and I don't over here. So the lighting, it's never perfect when I'm filming in here, but I'm going to take a little more of the Pillow Talk and apply just a little bit more. Too much. Oh boy. I might enlist the help of my sponge. See, yeah, that still looks nice though, but I think I should have just let it be because I liked the shade the way it was, but it still looks really nice. So far, just from this first experience, I feel like these are easy to blend on just with your finger if you wanted, which is typically how I would apply these. I would say they don't look wildly matte, but they also don't look wildly dewy, and it's kind of hard to tell because obviously I had that Kosas product, the Glow IV underneath it all, but it looks nice. I just don't know why they called it matte. I'm sure it was to differentiate from their blush ones, but these almost have more of like a satin finish. I feel like they should have called these their satin beauty blush wands because that's the finish to me. But they look really pretty. They look pretty similar. If I were to recommend one to someone near my skin tone, I would recommend the Pink Pop, not Pillow Talk, because I just think it looks a little bit more even and nice versus the Pillow Talk one. It's just a little more obvious, and I think that's more of a tone thing, not a formula thing. So I would recommend so far. Definitely the way they dried down, I can tell they're gonna last pretty well. I can put wear notes down in the description box to let you know how these did wear. Typically with products like this, when I've tried them, if they remain pretty dewy, they are gone within like 4 or 5 hours. This product actually dried down. So I have a strong suspicion this will actually stay, and maybe that's why they're calling it matte, even though that's not really the definition. But anyway, so far I like it. I like that there's some really nice, more pigmented colors. If you've got deeper skin tones, there's some lighter ones, and then kind of in between. I hope they expand the range, but within the blush realm, I feel like this is a good start, you know? I also want to try it. I think that this is new. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. So I think they've had loose powders, but this specific one, their Blur Out Powder, I'm pretty sure is new, and I want to try it. We'll just kind of do it in my T-zone and see how it looks. Wait. Milani, yes! It's got the kind of packaging where you just pull it up and then it's in one of these. This is what my favorite high-end brands do. Like Hourglass has kind of a similar one, and when you push it down, okay. Milani is listening. They are listening to us. This is amazing. So I might actually use a loose powder if I can just so easily just go boop, 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 and get some on there, and then to be able to close it so it's not absolutely going everywhere. This is huge. So let's try the nose. Definitely looks a little blurred. Let's get a little more for the forehead. That's going to be the true test because you can kind of see, we'll see how much it blurs that area. Wow, that was like instant. Wow. Let's try it on the under eye and just get an idea of what, sometimes these kinds of powders look awesome on the under eye. Oh, and I just realized there was a little cover, you guys. I'm an idiot. There's a little cover on that, so you can get even more if you want. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So we're gonna just try it over that Milani Brightener. I think it looks pretty nice. Oh my gosh, I wish every loose powder were made like this, you know? You can still definitely see a lot of the shimmer from the eyeshadow, as I mentioned, but I love the packaging. I almost didn't try this today, and I'm so glad that I did because that packaging is everything. That is amazing. I wish that, did I spit on myself? What's happening? I wish that every brand made them like this. So good job, Milani. That is amazing. Last but not least, this is the other thing I picked up at Meijer the other day. These are the Clean Fresh Yummy glosses from CoverGirl. First of all, love the packaging. They're just so cute. They make me think of the 90s in the best way. I'm excited. So I picked out 2 shades. I grabbed 500 Havana Good Time. Oh, I get it. Havana Good Time, Havana. Okay. Finally got them open. They were like weirdly hard. So Having a Good Time or Havana Good Time. Let's just swatch it first. So it's a big doe foot. It smells like, I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that I'm smelling, but definitely kind of a candy-like smell. Still pretty sheer, but this one has a little bit more of a pink tint. Well, a little bit of a pink tint. And then this one is, I think, even more clear. This is 100 Let's Get Physical. F-I-Z-Z. Yeah, this is like a true clear. So let's just try the one with a little color first. I intend to wear these as they are, not necessarily like on top of other, I mean, I'm sure I will wear them on top, but this is something I just wanted to be able to throw in my purse. So I wanted to see how it looks just with no lip liner, no anything. I like the feel. Not sticky, it just feels like moisturizing. Okay, that looks really nice. This was a good one, y'all. Some of these videos, they can go either way, and this one was one of the good ones. That looks so nice. It like instantly made my teeth look younger. What? They suddenly get smaller like baby teeth. They made my lips look younger like instantly, and it's not like numbing or you know what I mean, where it's like a plumping one. It's not like that at all. I think it just looks so juicy because of the finish. So I guess I'll wipe this off and then try the clear one just out of curiosity. So this is what it looks like. Having a good time. Havana Good Time. Clear. Yeah, this one looks nice too. I don't know that there's such a big difference, but I think I still like the first one better because it gave just the tiniest bit of color, so it made it look even more like I spent time putting something on, even though I really didn't, you know? But this looks really nice, but I want to put back on the other one. I'll just put it on top. Let's just get crazy. Yeah, there's just that little bit of color and I think it looks good. What is that smell? Kind of taste it too. It's, I want to say coconutty, but I don't know that that's right. Also, I have way too much of this gloss on now. I just layered it. So, very comfortable. This is absolutely going to be like the spring gloss that's in my bag. So, typically at the end of these kinds of videos, I like to kind of walk through like, okay, what are my top few products out of all that I tried that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. You might consider running out and getting it. Let me take a moment and think here. My top ones. Number one truly is these CoverGirl glosses, the Yummy Gloss. It's just so comfortable. I'm now starting to feel a slight tingle now that it's been on a minute or two. It's not even like my Buxom ones. It's very slight, but there is a slight. So I wonder, maybe there is some plumping to it. I don't know, but I just love the way it looks. So that's exciting. I also really loved the CoverGirl Clean color. Other than the fallout, and that is a big con because like I said, I can really see a lot of it and I couldn't get it up. So I think it's one of those things that I either need to do all of this rest of my makeup or just be really good about like making sure I clean it up right away because I think it just got settled in. Anyway, but I love the formula of these. I love the finished look. Like it just looks really nice. Oh, I did mention I would put a little bit like on the under eye. Let me get a little bit of that. It's just one of those shades that's so perfect for that area where you can kind of take it lower than you think. I did a Instagram reel about this too, about how like it kind of doing a shadow like this on that area of your eye, like your eye bag down there, can kind of hide some of the fine lines we all have. But I also just think it looks nice. Like it gently highlights the eye shape a little bit more. Anyway, I am a fan. This is one I already know I'm going to be reaching for a lot, and I've kind of felt in a rut where I've just been using the same Sweet Peach palette, baby, in the shade Luscious. I just reach for that every time. So I'm excited to have something fresh that's very similar that I can use. And then my third thing that I already would recommend are these matte blushes. Again, I'm not totally convinced that you couldn't find a dupe for this, but if you were wanting a new blush and you could swing it, I do really like the way this applied. I think it looks really nice. Again, my favorite shade is definitely Pink Pop. I will probably pass on, some of my sisters have much deeper skin than me, so I'll probably pass on Dream Pop and Peach Pop, because those are ones I just know myself I might not use, but these two I will, but I definitely like Pink Pop the best. There was nothing that was terrible in this bunch. I just like, especially with the foundation and the Kosas product, I just want to try them longer. But I did enjoy the powder, especially the packaging, and the under eye brightener from Milani. One thing with the powder, if you have any sort of peach fuzz, which like sometimes I'll do dermaplaning and so I don't have as much peach fuzz, if any, but like right now I do have some peach fuzz, so I feel like this powder definitely is highlighting it. Just something to be aware of. I feel like most powders like this do because they're powders, but it does blur. So I'm just saying, like it definitely blurred it. And then this moisturizer I'm gonna keep using. I really enjoyed it today. I probably won't use it. I have another one I'm using as my nighttime moisturizer, but I probably will just use this as my like daytime one for now. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you again to CaseTify for sponsoring a part of this video. If you want to get some of your own CaseTify cases, you can do so by going to casetify.com/Jessica Braun, and that will get you 15% off your order. I'll have that link and information right at the top of the description box. Thank you, CaseTify. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you like these kind of like trying new makeup videos, I do these once or twice a month. I will link my playlist if you want to watch and see if you missed any of them in the meantime. But thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.